What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? We are back again with another freaking video, and this one right here is Darcey and Stacey. Season 3, episode 9, Tell All Part 2. I nearly forgot the name of the freaking show. I'm not gonna lie to you. But hey, with that being said though, let's give a shout out to every single person that is a member of the channel. And of course, at the same time, if you're looking to become a member of the channel, then the button is right there saying join. And next to it is a subscribe button if you want to become a subscriber. But with that being said, let's not waste any more time and let's get into this.
So tell me this, Darcey. Do you think Georgie is a flirtatious person?
Yeah, he has a flirtatious side. He likes to think it's called networking, whether it's flirtatious or not. Yeah, of course that's gonna hit a nerve, but you gotta have some sort of trust.
So Stacey, what happened with Georgie in New York? Did you see Georgie talking to some models?
We all saw it. He went straight up to them and was flirting with them. He was very up close personal to one of the girls in particular.
You didn't see anything wrong, Darcey?
Probably networking.
Oh God, that's so bad. It's about respect.
But like you network, you need to talk, I understand. No,
Not saying that he...
No.
I know. You can't mansplain this.
Let her talk, Florian.
Like, that's not okay.
I'm good, like,
Yeah,
with him.
and
I don't have issues with him.
You know, date him.
Yeah, date him.
Like, what?
For me, honestly, I'm not perfect. Neither of us are perfect in the relationship. But stop justifying for him. I'm not trying to justify. I'm explaining everything. This is a tell-all, Stacey.
Okay, we've heard a lot of things about Georgie today that have not been flattering. Of attention, right? And then he has his ways of doing good and nice things. He's not a bad guy, but he does have bad tendencies. But when Georgie and I sat down the last time we met, I was hoping that he matured, right? And so me sitting in front of him, and he also told me he loved you and everything. I was like, wow. I was like, wow, he's growing.
Yes.
It's a thing. So
Yeah,
I feel like it.
He loves me. I know that.
Yeah, and I feel like he understood where he went wrong. So I felt he was going in a better direction, and I was happy to see that.
It's not perfect. We're working on it. Wants to be loved too, just like me. Okay, guys, his family's far, far away.
Always said that.
Doesn't have anybody.
Always
his family
said
says he is a good guy deep down, but we haven't really seen that deep love. I love him. I know he loves me, and I'll be there for him.
I mean, to be fair, I like what George's ex said. He said that he's a good guy, but he just has a lot of bad tendencies. But he's the grand scheme of things. The matter of fact is, obviously, we always knew that their relationship was never going to work straight off the bat. Not because of Georgie per se, just because of Darcey. Darcey's a hard person to make happy. She's a very high maintenance person to herself and anyone around her. And the grand scheme of it is that the fact that Georgie went into her life again, but this time, obviously, well, I don't know about the first time, but obviously this time around, he went around there. He got into her life without having no source of income. And the matter of fact is, dating someone like Darcey, you need to have a source of income. You know what I mean? Because the grand scheme of things is she lives a certain lifestyle, and also at the same time, she's also inspiring to also have a certain lifestyle. In the season just gone, there was always this comparison with her and her cousin, and she always kept talking about her and Georgie being a power couple, something that we all know that was never gonna freaking happen in a million years. You see what I'm saying? But the grand scheme is that we always knew this relationship was never going to work straight off the bat. And Florian, on the other hand, I don't know why he was even trying to justify XYZ. He should just be quiet right now. Like, yo, Florian, understand this. Right now on this stage, okay, he's got Darcey Stacey that obviously already know him, but at the same time, you got a woman that's been with Florian and clearly, ain't going to be taking none of this shit for nobody. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, let's get into this.
Is it tough for you, Darcey, to hear these things?
Maybe I've taken a little bit more heaviness in my shoulders. I'm used to that. And hopefully, it's a good future ahead. We'll see what happens.
Okay. Octavia, thank you so much for coming here and sharing your side of the story. We certainly appreciate you talking to us and helping us get to know Georgie better than we did before. Thank you for coming and take care. Bye, guys.
We'll see you.
All right, here we go, guys.
I think you'll be happy to see our next guest. He's been integral to the success of Darcey and Stacey's fashion line, House of 11. Yes, I'm talking about their friend and fellow designer, Michael Benz. Hi, Michael.
Hey.
What's going on?
Hey, Michael.
What's going on? Oh, snap. My God, you're looking sexy, man. Brush those up. What's up? You too. Oh, same time. Oh.
Thank you for coming.
Baby.
Right over here, Michael.
I appreciate it. Thank
Nice
you.
to meet you.
You too. Hey, how
Very
you doing?
colorful
Okay.
you are. How are you? How you doing?
I'm doing all right. I'm just glad to be here.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I'm sure the twins are very happy to see you.
Yeah.
Now, you got together with the twins when they were back in L.A. Were you with House 11 from the very beginning?
I believe I was.
We've always, connected with Michael, and, he always saw us as bosses, and he respected that. He respected us, and vice versa. I feel like there was always a mutual respect right away, and, we've been his biggest supporter, and he's been there for us, and
I've been
biggest supporter.
Number one fan. Always.
Michael, how do you feel about Stacey?
Like, this dude's hardworking, bro. He's got style. He's like me, but in a suit, and no blue hair. He has ambition. I can tell, just the way that he carries himself.
To be honest, I can know him like 100%.
Yeah, he's my boy.
I like his energy.
So,
Like,
good energy.
We still gotta go out, bro. We gotta go get dinner, me and you, player. We gotta have the, bromance. You know what I'm saying?
Bromance?
You gotta have a bromance.
What is a bromance?
Bromance.
You just want to talk to him
yeah,
more
just
about
go out, bros. We have martini, just like that kind of vibe.
Michael? Do you feel that the possibility of not having children might weigh on their relationship?
At some point in life, every man wants to have a kid. I'm sure you want to have kids. And if it happens, it happens. There's alternatives. There's always other options. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure that these guys have a plan. If it happens, cool. Everything's all about flow.
So, Stacey and Florian, what's next in your fertility journey?
what next?
I'm blessed to have two amazing sons.
Yeah.
And, they're older now and they have a great connection. And I'm just blessed with that.
And that's it. Done.
I mean,
No more. No
God
more
willing, that'd be
discussion.
great. We could have a biological child, but what I was told by the doctor, the odds are very slim. So we're not
Very slim, but not impossible.
We're always trying, but miracles happen.
What meant to be, meant to be.
It's not gonna make or break our marriage.
For that, I need to make like no more points. No married to somebody just to have kids. You're married to somebody you love, correct? I love Stacey for Stacey, and I'm going to be with her the day I'm going to die.
Very sweet. Very sweet.
He's a good kid, 100%.
Well, we wish you nothing but the best on this journey. Let's go back to Darcey's fiance, Georgie.
Oh, bro.
Well, things got
Before we even get into this whole Georgie again, Jesus Christ, man, Georgie again. So I read in the comment section of my last video, I believe that apparently FLORIAN doesn't actually work. And I didn't even pick up on that, to be fair, throughout the season. I don't know why I didn't pick up on that. I think because we were so focused on Georgie that we were just focused on Georgie and Darcey. That was just the grand scheme of things. But why is it that these two sisters are so hell-bent on dating men from abroad who don't bring nothing to the table? Like, why is it that they're more than happy to keep bringing everything to the table? Is it just a matter of control? Is this literally like a power control? Like, listen, well, I'm the breadwinner, so we gotta do exactly what I want to do. You know what I mean? Like, for example, Stacey was like, well, I'm looking at apartments in Miami. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, if she's a breadwinner, then she's the freaking breadwinner. Well, not even that. If she's the bread earner, she's the only earner, then she's the only freaking earner. And what else can you do about it? But the fact is, though, we know, obviously, we all met Darcey from 90 Day Fiance, and it's just crazy because she seems to be like the female version of some of the American men, trying to find someone. Then again, that don't make no sense, but they'll do it. You know what? I take that back. No, that makes no sense. Well, what I was about to say, I realized it would have made sense, but then it wouldn't have made sense because females do it too. We got Memphis right now. Oh, the brain. Anyway, the grand scheme of things is that why can't they find someone within their own industry to be with them? That says a lot. I mean, we've already established that someone like Ben and Michael and Mike, could never necessarily bet a woman from the United States of America because their habits, they don't have the game to bet a woman like that. So they feel like they need to go abroad and find someone else who they can potentially manipulate and X, Y, Z. Do you know what I mean? And it seems to me, obviously, Darcey Stacey had one. You know what? I feel like I've lost my thought of process. Anyway, whatever. Let's continue. Hopefully someone picked up on where I was trying to go with this conversation, but I don't have a clue. Yeah.
barbecue at the beach when Georgie, Florian, and Michael first met and got into a fight. Let's watch.
Something that I've been hearing about you, bro, is not really cool. Not cool with me. I don't know if you like doing that to girls, but you can't do that to this girl. Money in the socks, credit card debt. What? Bro, listen to what you're saying right now. You're saying you can do whatever the you want.
This is my life.
What are you talking about, bro?
Sit.
You're doing that to the person you're supposed to be in love with? That makes me want to come over there and take care of you real quick.
You don't.
Excuse me? Back up, bro. Now you're getting out of line.
Talk to me disrespectful. You don't know me. Whatever the problem is in the past, they're in the past. I'm done. Bye.
Wow, that was heated.
The red flag, bro. You know what I mean?
Very disrespectful.
Okay, so who is at fault for the fight that night?
First of all, like, I know he's coming like protect mode, but like the hard things is treat Georgie like boom down the trick Georgie.
Are you saying it was Michael's fault?
Yeah, Michael's fault, but it's Michael's fault, but Georgie trick fast. Like,
Georgie reacted
yeah, he
very
reacted
quickly.
very fast.
Do you think that Georgie was not welcoming to Michael?
Standing by the grill,
The ego's
calm,
flaring,
like
like,
he started having attitude, like he was on guard a little bit already, like puffing out the chest, like he was getting his ego.
Right.
Yeah, I wanted the peace. I don't like the confrontation, but I just felt kind of caught in the middle.
Michael, do you think it was your fault?
Sort of. I think like, yeah, for sure. I take responsibility for coming hot. no problem. But the way he was acting, he wasn't very welcoming himself for me. You know what I'm saying? So that just indicates to me that there is no respect for me. You know, dudes be pouring drinks on me, not cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even gonna go into that, but I'm just saying, like,
Georgie poured a drink on you?
No, just.
Darcey, did that happen?
It wasn't the day at the beach.
It's off camera.
It was off camera.
It was off camera. Okay, so it did happen. Georgie did pour a drink on you.
He did.
What happened?
You know, we were in Miami, we just wanted to all meet up, have fun, and it just kind of turned sour, and Georgie, he kind of had a little bit of a wandering eye. Like, he was sitting next to one of the girls there, like, kind of, I don't know, it was just weird. And at one point, Georgie was holding on to my debit card, and he wouldn't give it back. I was like, that's my card, it's my money.
He wanted to control the card and be like, oh, why you want it back, bro?
And Michael came to my defense and stuff, and he was, protecting me, and Georgie didn't want to hear that, and it just was, got a little hot.
Wow. So, Darcey.
It's kind of becoming sad though, because we're watching a whole episode here of them talking about Georgie, but Georgie isn't even here to even say his side of the story. I mean, I'd be lying if I said I really cared for it, to be honest, because I don't like Georgie personally, you know what I mean? I mean, to be fair, I don't like no one on this TV show. I don't like no one on the TV show, to be honest with you. You know what I mean? So I have no bias against towards anyone. But yeah, obviously, they're talking about him, and it only makes sense that he's there to say he's obviously, his perspective. But of course, he's not there because he decided to, in my opinion, to take the coward way out of not appearing on the show because he knew what was going to come. Now, the matter of fact is that yes, we know that Darcey definitely didn't support him, definitely didn't defend him numerous times throughout the series and all that kind of stuff, but the grand scheme of it is that George is still stuck around anyway, and he still proposed to her anyway. So the fact that he still stuck around and still proposed to her, it doesn't really matter the fact that she didn't defend him in the grand scheme of things, because he was willing to put up with it. And that's it, you know what I mean? He made his bait laid in it, and now it's coming to confrontation. He doesn't want to be confronted about it. Like, bro, you chose to stay. You chose to then also be engaged. You then chose to also propose to Darcey with a ring that she basically bought herself anyway. And now you don't want to have the balls to come out and have a conversation about it? Do you know what I mean? Like, come on. And if this whole thing is true that he threw a drink and everything, like, the way I see it, apart from the fact that everybody on this show is petty, Georgie, for me right now, from a man's point of view, well, I'm a man, I don't know about him, but anyway, from a man's point of view, I'm not impressed by his behavior personally, because like I said, he made his bed and now he's refusing to face the confrontation. Not the consequences, just the confrontation. Anyway, yeah, that's me.
Is Michael going to be invited to the wedding?
Amends, but it was uncomfortable that night.
Yeah.
Okay, so Michael, given what you've seen of Darcey and Georgie's relationship, do you think Georgie is in love with Darcey?
There's two different kinds of love. You got on this hand, I love you. I'll do some stuff for you. Then you got on this hand, I'm in love with you. I'll do anything for you, and I will die for you. Those are two different kinds of love. He's this one. If he doesn't want to build a foundation with the people that she's surrounded with, he's not trying. So he's this one.
Everybody's seen it all, and everybody has their own piece to say about it. I'm gonna love who I want to love. I know Georgie has love for me, but I just feel like at times, he wants more for himself.
You always have my 1,000,000% on anything you do in life. All three of you, 100%. Game on, let's go.
Okay, well, I said at the beginning of the show that we are going to be talking to all of Darcey's men, past and present. So, Michael, I would like for you to stick around, okay? It has been more than 3 years since the messy breakup between Darcey and her ex, Jesse. Though they have both moved on, he always has strong opinions about the men she's dated after him. In fact, he had some harsh words for Darcey and Stacey on 90 Day Bears All, and things got tense. So,
when your TV show is so boring, you have to bring in another ex just to make it more exciting. Okay, yeah, whatever.
Bears All, you told me that you talked to Darcey in August of 2020, which is when she was with Georgie. Do you stand by that today?
I've received messages.
What are you talking about? I don't even have your freaking number. Where are you getting this
You
information?
have my number right now? How do you not have my number?
Excuse
you always
me?
have my number. That's a little weird.
I don't have your number. I don't
Everything
reach
you're
out to
denying,
you.
everything is lying.
Oh my God.
You have my number.
That all got deleted long time ago. Don't flatter yourself.
So, Darcey, did you ever speak to Jesse while you were with Georgie?
Absolutely not.
Okay, what's the truth here?
What the truth is
Yes.
that I have received messages. She reached out to my mom, and that I said you need to stop contacting us and leave us alone.
What are you talking
Don't
about?
appreciate his behavior.
I have never reached out to you or your mother at any point in time during my relationship with Georgie. Never. Not one time.
I think I'm getting a little tired of that. It's like Tom and I are lying. The messages.
Neither of you have in your pocket. I paid for everything.
The messages
I got bank statements.
and Tom has the same messages that I have.
Who cares? It's 2021. Move on.
Now he's here, and we'll see if tempers will flare once again.
Oh boy. God, I feel nauseous.
I get a shot of vodka, please.
Yes. Please welcome Jesse. Hi, Jesse.
Hi, Sean. Hi, everybody. Thank you for having me.
How are you? Good to see you again. Michael, you've never met Jesse, right?
No, that's a big no.
This is the first time.
Yeah, last time, yeah.
First and last time.
I just want to make sure that Darcey is in a better place, that she actually moved on. And if that's the case, good. There's no bad emotions or bitterness from my end. And I just want to make sure that she can be happy for where I am right now, which doesn't seem like it.
She said nothing negative. I don't know what he's talking about.
Are you sleep good? Are you drinking the coffee? Or
He's making up again.
like how he's talking bad today?
Why do you think that Darcey isn't happy for you?
Well, I was on the Bears all, obviously.
Why are you here? I don't know for what reason you're here. I don't have a clue. For what you're here? Every time, like, to bother my sister-in-law. Every time, like bother. Excuse. He's happy the day for him and everything. Oh, you're not happy for me? What need to kiss his feet? I don't know who are you.
Like he's
and tell me, like, before.
He did a lot wrong too.
1 second.
Well,
And tell me before.
You still have a very...
Shush, yeah. And tell me before.
Shush
Shush
me.
your mouth. Shush your mouth with me.
Coming up.
What are you talking about? Just
Listen to this.
problems.
I'm not gonna lie to you, but I'm still trying to figure out what Florian's existence is. Yeah.
Mouth. Shut up.
You shush.
Shut up. Come tell me. Come here. Tell me face to face.
You think
And
I can take you serious like that?
Yes, I'm serious.
No,
Come
I
face to
can't take you
face.
serious. I can't
Yes,
take you serious.
I'm sorry about it. And my sister, babe, I'm so serious.
Guys, hold on for just a second. Florian,
Thursday, one night is with the Jesse in Amsterdam. And Darcey and like,
In the bathroom.
Shh, like, shh. I thought, what's wrong? Are you in church or where are you? No, shh, Jesse, one of the pieces reading the book.
There was moments that she felt like stressed in that relationship.
Michael, I want to get you into this conversation because Darcey and Stacey are very good friends of yours. You've never met Jesse before. This is the first time, but you certainly have heard a lot about him. What would you like to say to him?
In defense to Darcey, you were kind of an ass. I mean, from what I've heard and seen, and all the delusional ideas you have about certain conversations, just forget about it. Let it go, because it never happened.
I think your hair is absolutely awesome, bro. I love that.
Oh, dude, don't even go there.
I love it. And no, I think you make a good point. I really,
This guy's
this
talking.
is also why I'm here. I think there should be no bad blood. And I think that everybody should move on. And I want, like, I want her to be in a good place. And I want her to be happy for me. You know, and that is very important for me.
Never said
What do you
we
need her happiness for, bro? I mean, it doesn't really matter at this point. You guys, you don't talk.
Exactly.
At the end of the day, she's moved on. All those text messages that were texted never happened. It's cool. I get it, bro. Let's just move on with life,
She's losing the attention. She's want more attention. For what the reason he's coming here? She's want more attention. Is more important thing.
You were correct.
Well, there was a surprising moment when Georgie decided to reach out to Jesse without telling Darcey. Let's take a look.
I was thinking gonna be good if I gonna have a chat with you and know a little bit more about your relationship with Darcey. Like, did Darcey contact your ex-girlfriends or?
Yes, I gave her my phone because I didn't want to be questioned every day. I've seen a lot of crazy stuff. Like, she was dating me while still dating with Tom. We were being played.
Maybe she was thinking the relationship is gone. I don't think if you still together, she's gonna go do this stuff because she never do this to me. I'm far away from believing that is true. Darcey can be very difficult at moments, but definitely she's not a cheater. And I know how bad their relationship was in the end. Jesse treated her like, and he's really full of bullshit.
Georgie reached out to you. He didn't have nice things to say about you in the end when he was saying that, you were full of it, etc. What was your feeling about what he said about you?
Well, he can feel however he wants to feel. It doesn't affect me either way. And I will stand by what I said to Georgie.
What were you thinking when you got that?
Jesse just gets 0 Fs, man. This guy is just ruthless. Man, I hope he sleeps well at night, to be fair. But anyway, let's get into it.
Tom and Michael, the exes before Georgie reached out as well.
Are you here to talk for
So
yourself?
I
Are you
wasn't-
here to
I
talk
wasn't
for
sure.
yourself here? Are you here to talk for yourself? Or are you here to talk for the people?
Who are you? Because you were there at the Bears all too, and you keep talking over me. And
I don't give a. Come here. I like to pay for your ticket. Come here. You come here. I like to pay you for ticket. Come here, face to face.
Bro, you don't have anything, okay? So what are you talking about? Just be silent.
Listen to
You
this.
have depression problems.
Listen to me, son of God.
Please, you say I don't understand.
Come, no understand. You don't understand. You don't understand nobody.
Sorry, come on.
Does he come to my face? Okay, well,
What are you standing? Can you just sit down? I'm answering Sean's question. I'm not talking to you.
What?
Hey,
I don't know who you are. Please sit down.
Are you talking for my sister-in-law? Are you talking for my
Hey,
sister-in-law?
my man, calm down, bro.
Are you talking for my
On
sister-in-law?
TV screen, I'm talking to you, dude.
Huh? Are you talking for my sister-in-law? You give off your water. What you have
It's
is
tea, bro. I'm drinking some hot tea, and I'm spilling the tea.
Hey, this dude's getting off of this, bro. Relax. This dude's getting off of this, bro. Chill, man.
Look, Florian stood up from his chair. What a big boy. He's screaming at a computer screen or a TV screen to a guy that's like thousands and thousands of miles away from him that he can't even physically touch. I can't respect that. Listen, end of the day, if you're gonna get up when the person's there. Don't get up when the person isn't there. Like, sit down, humble yourself, and just speak in peace. It's just as simple as that. The matter of the fact is, Jesse right now is making Florian look like a fool because Florian is obviously already got Jesse. I mean, Jesse's already under his skin. You know what I mean? For what reason? Who knows? I mean, I guess you guys know, because obviously I haven't seen the previous season or the season that where Darcey was actually with Jesse, if you dig what I'm saying. But I do understand that Jesse wasn't necessarily, you know, a superstar to Darcey, which I can imagine if you dig what I'm saying. But at the end of the day, Florian needs to humble himself because he's acting like a kid right now. And he's only just embarrassing himself with his skinny ass. Bro, go to the gym and put on some mass. You know what I'm saying? Come on now, man. Where that leg day at, though? Where that leg day at? Sorry, man. I just find people, men with skinny legs fair proper cringy. Anyway. And even Michael was like, bro, what are you doing? Just humble yourself. Sit down. You know? But anyway, yeah, well, let's just continue.
Okay, Jesse, go ahead.
So where did I leave off? I think I was leaving at that Georgi reached out and that I told him I am not the one to give you advice in your relationship. And I think that that's something that he needs to figure out himself.
Jesse, hold on just a second. Okay, what happened with Michael and Florian? Where did they go?
He's a loser. That dude's a loser, bro.
Come, we want to bring in another one of...
That dude's a loser, bro.
I'm not the one to give you advice in your relationship. And
he's still bitter.
Where did they go?
He needs to cool off. He's just, you know, I feel like he doesn't like the way Jesse treats us and talks about us and just, you know, makes it like he's better than us. And
I've got no bad blood. I don't
never
follow
say anything
that.
bad happens to him.
I have no bad blood. Did I say anything that was offensive? I just said the truth.
He's an instigator. He's insecure. He's just trying to get a rise out of you, bro. But I get it. If he's gonna sit there and run his mouth, you're good to defend your girl. That was great. But that dude is a waste of energy. He's a waste of space. If he was here, it'd probably be worse because we won't be going WrestleMania in this fool. Because I can already tell this dude's a garbage person by the way he's talking about Darcey. You know what I'm saying? Super garbage.
You guys are here going against me about that I say something bad. I'm just answering Sean's question. That's it.
Every time I have like it's fake, he's delusional.
So Mike Tyson, don't put your gloves on, bro. Let's go in there like gentlemen.
Okay. Florian, you're back. Michael? Okay. Were you upset at what Jesse was saying?
Well, the next time you say it like to me, like, oh, I don't hear your English, I don't understand your English, and you like make an excuse. I don't know for what you're here, I don't know for what reason you're here. I don't have for what you're here.
Let's move on. Jesse, Georgie was supposed to be here on the show today. And he decided not to come because he felt that he was going to be attacked, that people were going to say negative things about him, and he did not want to be confronted with that. What are your thoughts about his decision not to come here today?
I think he should have come, and the reason why is that people are always going to have to say negative things.
You positive.
And I think that he's not over me again. Can somebody there just like, I mean, if I can't talk, then come on.
Hang up the camera. Hang up the phone. Go drink the coffee and relax yourself.
Okay,
I'm drinking my tea and I'm enjoying it, but I'm also answering Sean's question in all respect. And if you talk over me, there's no point.
Are you here to talk with Sean? Take his number and call.
I'm not here to talk to you, that's for sure.
Okay. Go ahead, Jesse.
For what you here?
Okay, Florian, let him,
You speak English? You understand you here? For what reason?
All I hear is so I don't understand what you're saying, no.
I don't understand that. Are you like to clean your ears? Are you like to come face to face to clean your ears? Are you like some doctor to clean the ears people to hear it more good? And before like this happened me like, oh, I don't hear you, I don't understand your English, I don't like this. For what you said, hey Florian, I don't like to talk with you, boom done. I squish out. I jingle it to you.
So Florian, you think that Jesse is mocking you? You think he's making fun of you?
I think I'm the one disrespected here. I'm just not responding to what he's
you
saying.
tell me I don't understand your English. I don't understand what you hear.
If you say I don't understand what you're saying now. And maybe try to be a little calmer in expressing yourself. Try see if that works. But screaming or standing up and threatening me is not helping.
That's right.
Yeah, come face to face. What are you doing, man? Like,
come, bro, come. Yeah, you like to come. Come.
It's not worth it. It's not worth it.
Don't play me like a. Don't play me, girl, like a victim. Come face to face and talk to me.
There we go again.
Guys,
very respect. You understand right now English, huh?
Okay, guys, hold on for just a second. Things have been intense with Jesse. We want to bring in another one of Darcey's exes, and of course, we're talking about Tom. This will be the first time that Jesse, Tom, and Darcey are together. So let's get right to it. Please welcome Tom. Hi, Tom. How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. I haven't been drinking tea. I've been hitting the tequila and I've been wasting a bit, so.
Yes, good to see you again, Tom.
Hi, Darcey. How are you doing?
Hey, Tom, I'm doing great, thank you. Hope all is well.
I'm just the lesser of two evils.
Okay, so here's what I want to ask you guys about. Jesse has made the accusation that Darcey was cheating on him with you.
I think from what I saw, there was kind of like the tail end of one relationship leading into another, but you know, they weren't seeing each other and they weren't together, so it depends on your definition, doesn't it?
So Jesse, do you still maintain that?
I love how some people can never answer the question of cheating directly. It depends on the definition. What does that mean? It's a yes or no question. Cheating is cheating, bro.
You with Tom?
But you just heard what he said, right? There were conversations between Tom and her and me and her, and to me that's considered a form of cheating, right?
We were pretty much done. Tom was my friend at the time, and I'd known Tom for years prior.
Yeah, I'd known Darcey for like 2 years before she met you. People do talk. She's been talking to me before she talked to you, and during the time she was with you as well. Like, for me, the definition of cheating...
That's a crude way of putting it, but okay, Tom,
Just
we
saying.
get what you're saying.
No,
You're really saying that it did not happen. There was no cheating.
The week before she came to see me, she was still texting him, but what that context was, is it really important? It's a long time ago now.
Exactly.
Tom, did Georgie also reach out to you?
He most certainly did, and I told him I wasn't interested in speaking to him because it was none of my business.
I'm kind of shocked.
Georgie was in a very retaliative mode, and he did tell me that Tom didn't respond. Jesse responded right away.
Tom didn't respond. Jesse responded.
Right away.
Tom?
I just think once you've moved on with a relationship, and if you're in a happy place with a new partner, then ready to go and speak with the next, it's not...
Georgie is such a man. So he's reached out to 2 exes. No one but 2 exes. Listen, the fact that he reached out to 1 ex means he should have left already. But no, he stayed. Then he reached out to another one. And guess what? He still stayed. So that's why, for me personally, I have no sympathy for Georgie in any kind of way of him. Georgie deserves his privacy. Blah 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 blah. Listen, end of the day, the man made his bed. He laid in it. You know what I mean? He's chilled in it for a whole freaking season. Even like I said before, proposed and everything. And now when it comes down to the why, he doesn't want to know. Georgie is a freaking pussy. You know what I mean? Listen, this guy's not a man's man. He's a little boy. He's a wimp. He needs to sort himself out. Okay, he needs to stop going for women. Okay, that obviously live a high-profile life that he can't live up. Live up to clearly at this moment in time within his own life. You know what I mean? He needs to go away. He needs to go away and focus on himself, focus on building himself and bettering himself, and make sure that he's a better and stronger person for the next woman. Because at the end of the day, if he continues going to woman after woman with the way he is, it's never going to end well for him. He's always going to end up being the victim because, you know, he's always the victim. Like, come on. But like I said before, end of the day, I ain't defending Darcey in any kind of way. I don't like no one in this show. I think all of them in this show are complete freaking pillocks, to be honest with you. So that's just the grand scheme of it. But Georgie, to be honest, at this moment in time, is definitely, you know, number 1 on my list of dislikes so far, because the guy should have turned up. Why in the hell are we doing a hotel where we've got one ex talking, another ex talking, then we got our sister talking, then we got our sister's husband talking or whatever. Everybody else is talking apart from freaking Georgie. Man, get out of here, get the heck. This guy's a wuss. Like I said, man, you're laid in it. And let's be... Whatever, man. I'm getting frustrated for no reason. These ain't even worth my time. But let's get into it.
To an ex-partner.
Hey, Jesse, do you ever regret talking to Georgie?
Listen, I said you have to figure it out on your own.
Honestly,
It's like whether it ends or whether it goes in the right direction. That's something they need to figure out.
I don't really care that he reached out to them because I kind of felt it coming.
Yeah.
The point is, there was like an article like the next day that he was like blasting the fact that Georgie was DMing to cause some sort of media, stir, and then,
It's posted on Instagram, it's posted on social media.
Yeah.
So you think that Jesse leaked that story?
Absolutely.
Coming up.
Jesse, there has to come a point where you let go.
Think that Jesse leaked that story?
Absolutely.
Oh, it needs more follow.
Georgie definitely didn't do that. He don't do that kind of.
I didn't leak nothing, no.
Sure, like the media attention. That's for damn sure.
No, listen, let me be very clear. I have a very beautiful life. I have an amazing,
Great.
beautiful girlfriend.
More power to
Okay,
you.
we're buying an amazing villa in Spain.
So what?
Who
Okay,
give it?
there's
Who
beautiful things
fine?
happening.
Who give it?
So let me tell you something. Let me tell you something.
Let me tell you
I
something.
am coming from a place of love. I wish Darcey all the best.
But Jesse, there has to come a point where you let go.
I have let go too. You are here too. You are here too.
There has to be a point where you draw under it and say, I'm moving forward, I'm having nothing more to do with this. I'm not here to throw Darcey under a bus and talk about all the stuff she did or didn't do. That's not my place. We had our time, it didn't work out, we moved on. But you keep coming back like a bad smell.
Why are you here?
I'm just saying, that, like, there has to be...
not telling the truth.
I'm not here to throw anyone under a bus. Period.
No, but you are. Unfortunately, you are.
Yeah. It's obvious.
It's like I feel...
I'm sick and tired of hearing about Jesse and his perfect wife and his perfect villa that he's buying in Spain. Like, bro, okay, we know. We know. We don't need to hear it anymore. And again, like I said, why is Jesse here and why is Tom here? Maybe if Georgia turned up, maybe these two wouldn't be here. I don't know, but it's like a merry-go-round. You know what I mean? Tom talks about, you know, sometimes you just gotta let go. But listen, Tom, we've known Tom since 19 Days Fiance. And you're still in Darcey's life. And he wants to talk about moving on. Why don't you move on too then? Why is Darcey still living in your phone book? Like, why is she in your contacts? You see what I'm saying? Like Tom, take your own advice and leave too. Because at the end of the day, you're here for what reason? Like, you're an ex as well. It's just both as bad as each other. It doesn't matter the narrative or what they bring into the table. Both as bad as each other because they're still here in Darcey's life. And that's the grand scheme of things. If they want to talk about moving on, well then none of them should be here. If the TV show rings and says, hey, we want you to come on Darcey Stacey and talk some crap, you can be like, nah, I don't want to do that because I've moved on. I'm married. I've got a villa. Well, there you go. Don't answer. Tom, you didn't answer the phone to Flippin' Georgie, but now you want to answer the phone to TLC to come on the show. For what purpose? These people, man, love their money too much.
I know you a little bit.
And he's drinking tequila, right?
But you're not coming across too well this evening. You're not. And I say that from my heart. You need to be a bit... Try and be a little bit more humble.
True. Like, it's enough, it's enough. You're coming here being a hypocrite, and I will not take it.
And you were actually the one reaching out to me when you had problems with Darcey. So it's a little hypocritical.
No.
It's a little hypocritical. No, it is true.
I spoke to you after my relationship.
Now make comments on something that you have done too.
Okay,
Take
so
ownership. You reach out to. You reach out to. That's okay. But don't act now like you're innocent and you didn't reach out and ask for advice from me.
It's like we're all here today and we should sit down and say we've all moved on. Jesse's found love. He's happy. He's buying his place in Spain. Wonderful. I'm happy. I'm in a good place in my relationship. This is about what's happening tonight. So, cheers.
Darcey, you have said that your ex's negative comments were worse than the bullies you dealt with in school.
Yeah, you know, it's hurtful at times. You know, I've given my all in those relationships and they didn't work out. When I read or hear, you know, it's hurtful. Like, you know, it's like jabs and jokes.
Yeah.
So it feels bullyish at times.
Enough with the jabs and the jokes, that's all. I mean,
I got kids. I'm a mom, and I just don't want that to hurt them.
Yeah, they see these comments too. Who of these two men have hurt you worse? Jesse?
Tom understood it.
I disagree because me and Darcey were friends and I knew what Jessie had done to her and I should have been better. Jessie didn't know better. I did. I should have been a better person. I should have.
I do want to say in response to that I feel really bad if she is hurt the way that she expresses. And I really want to apologize and again stress that I really want all the best for you. And that's, I mean it with all honesty.
Darcey, you got an apology from both Jesse and Tom. And do you feel that today marks the end of the back and forth, the catty comments, the very things that have hurt you so much over the years?
If I'm discerning it correctly, I really hope that those words are really sincere and truthful and only wish you guys the best. That's all I want. Everybody to be happy.
Okay, I think we've all said what we needed to say. Jesse and Tom, thank you so much for joining us tonight. We really appreciate you being here. Michael, thank you so much for being here and sharing your views on your friends. We really appreciate your thoughts.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Michael.
Love you, girls.
Love you.
Love you too, Florian.
Love you, Michael.
Glad it's over. That was intense. Just want truth.
We'll be right back. Coming up, Darcey.
From what I can remember, but I remember her and Tom anyway specifically, but from what I can remember, and even currently to this day, it's interesting how everyone else always has to apologize to Darcey as if Darcey is a saint. I mean, listen, end of the day, if you're the one that's always in a relationship with different men time and time again, and it's not working time and time again, there's a common denominator in all of them, and that is yourself. So as far as I'm concerned, it's not necessarily about whether Darcey is doing anything wrong in this relationship. It's the matter of fact is that the relationships aren't working, which clearly means that she needs to reflect on herself and look at what she needs to improve about her own self that can actually make her applicable to a man to actually want to stay around and actually treat her however she believes that she should be treated, if you dig what I'm saying. But she's never going to get that if she's never taken accountability for any of the flaws that happen within her own relationship. But hey, Darcey, Stacey, it's all about them looking perfect. Even if it costs thousands and thousands of dollars and just botching their freaking faces and their body. Yeah, anyway, let's get it.
In 3, 2, 1. Wow, this has been a roller coaster of an evening. Florian, Stacey, Darcey, how are you feeling?
There's peace. Okay. Good. You know, like everybody's seen a lot of things that I've gone through, but I gotta tell my side piece. This is healing. This is healing for me when I speak about things.
Yeah.
Sorry, I apologize, but sometimes I lose my control. I apologize.
He was there when Darcey went through all that pain when she was with Jesse because he put her through a lot.
We're just tired of getting bullied. And he's just sticking up for her. Darcey, you're currently living with Georgie and your dad.
Well, we had the apartments, and we've actually had to move because they tripled the rent out of the blue. So we're moving to Dad's house temporarily until we figure out where we're gonna go.
We're just in transition right now. We're not sure where we're gonna be. We're thinking Miami.
We have family there. And if we can still work, you know.
Yeah. Darcey, so many strong feelings were shared about your relationship with Georgie by people who care about you. Where do you go from here?
You know, I just want to be. Everyone will always have their opinions, but it's my relationship in the end.
Well, we absolutely wish you the best, whatever the future holds. Okay. This tell-all has come to an end. Darcey and Stacey, we appreciate you letting us join you on your journey, and we truly appreciate you being so open and honest. I'm Sean Robinson. Have a good evening. All right, ladies.
Thank you, Sean.
Great seeing
Appreciate
you.
it. Oh, boy, today was a really long day. It was emotional.
Darcey, I hope that you have times when you can just relax.
I do.
and
You know,
just-
I make sure of that. We're lucky. We're blessed. Yes, very blessed.
Yes. All right, ladies. Thank you.
Love you. Thank you so
Okay.
much.
Thanks.
Blessings to you.
Bye, Florida.
Sorry. Somebody play the games with my sister, understand? They're like, shush, oh, I lose my control.
Okay. I feel like Florian's been holding in a lot of hurt inside for Darcey.
He had to put his foot down to protect my sister from being bullied.
That was intense. The tell-all has been very eye-opening. I was a little surprised to get the apology from Jesse. I think he did it to save face. Tom's apology was more sincere. Yeah, he was coming from a truthful place. Jesse was just deflecting, and that was intense. But you know, it happened. I feel release. I feel good. Yeah, I'm gonna have to deal with a little bit of wrath when I get back from Georgie, but I'm just gonna go back home quietly and just, go ahead. Successful day. So, hey, we're an open book, and I'll continue being an open book.
I don't believe Georgie and Darcey are ready for a marriage. I'll even say I don't even know if they have a realistic view of their own relationship.
I don't know what the future holds. We're all
The fact is, the VIP of the whole series was Darcey Stacey's dad, and to be fair, the only person that actually has anything. He's the only person that's actually likable. To be honest with you, that's just the grand scheme of it. But nonetheless, though, the season is over, and I guess there'll be another season at some point. I don't know, but I'd be very surprised if there is, because this season was just dire. It was terrible. I mean, to be honest with you, the tell-all was actually quite disappointing. Tell-alls are usually the best part of like everything. This one was actually just like bland. I'm just sharing my opinion, ladies and gentlemen. What can I say? But nonetheless, though, we now know that Georgie and Darcey are no longer together. If I hear about these two getting together again, oh my goodness gracious me. You know what I mean? But nonetheless, though, thank you so much for your time, ladies and gentlemen. Like, subscribe, and peace.